Hello, my name is Emily Monarnock. I am a certified dream builder coach and life mastery coach with the Brave Thinking Institute. Welcome to the Power of Vision, 3 Keys to Mastering Your Results. I'm so happy and grateful to spend this time with you for this powerful workshop. Let me begin with a short story. A mother mouse was leading her 3 children through a house, and all of a sudden, as they're turning by a corner, the mice see a cat. The cat looks at the mice with hunger in his eyes and slowly starts walking toward the mice, revealing its sharp teeth. The mother mouse, in an effort to protect her children, backs up, raises up on her hind legs, and then says, in as loud a voice as she can, "Ruff, ruff, ruff." The cat gets scared and runs off. The mother turns to her little babies and says, "Now, children, never underestimate the power of learning more than one language." I share this story to make a point, and that is this. We can all learn more than one language, and today we're going to be exploring the language of success. This is a language for creating the results you want, and once we consciously understand this language, we can apply it to any area of life that we want to improve. Now, this system of success we'll be exploring today has been developed over the past 50 years and has been used by tens of thousands of people around the world to create lives they love living. It's a proven, reliable, repeatable system helping you create what matters most to you. My intention today is to share with you some powerful tools to improve your results in your life. By the time you leave here, you will be empowered with 3 tools to help you achieve your goals: greater clarity on your goals and dreams, and feeling even more confident in your ability to achieve those goals and dreams. Are you up for that? Heck yes, you can raise your hand if you'd like. Awesome. I'm grateful, thoroughly grateful you are here today. What I have learned during the many opportunities I have had to speak before different groups and organizations is our goals and dreams are born out of the challenges we face and the pain we experience. You see, we live in a universe that speaks to us through 2 growth signals, our longing and our discontent. We experience this feeling of longing when we're desiring something we haven't yet created, and we feel the feeling of discontent when current circumstances are something we don't prefer. Both of these, longing and discontent, are catalysts for growth within us. So whether it's the pain of a problem or a burning desire for something new, these 2 energies are essential for creating new results in our lives. In my life, when I am longing and discontent, and it inspired me to make a change, I was working long hours and missing family events and time with friends outside of work. So I decided to set an alarm on my phone. And it just so happened that the alarm on my phone wasn't working. I was still saying, "Oh, I'll stop the alarm and I'll just finish this in a couple minutes." And over time, this started me working from 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. And I was getting less sleep. My well-being was being affected. I chose to go and get my yoga teacher training. And part of why I did this was because I had to be dedicated to that time and available. Otherwise, the students wouldn't have class either, and they probably wouldn't continue to show up. So, this is one example of when we have longing and discontent, when we try, and maybe we even try and fail once, and we keep going and work to have something that's very different. I now teach yoga and other wellness classes and life coaching more times per week than I'm going to an engineering job whatsoever. Today I will be sharing with you some principles that will help you transform your longing and discontent into new results. The principles I'll be teaching come from a program that I am certified to teach. It's called the Dream Builder Program. And in this program, there are 10 principles that will skyrocket your success if you apply them to your life. Today, in the time that we have, I'm grateful to be able to give you 3 of these principles that you can apply right now to help you create a life you absolutely love. These 3 principles are the keys to mastering your results. Here's my promise to you. I promise that I'm going to give you everything I can in the time we have together. And at the end of the presentation, this audio file, many of you will want to make this information further and integrate it into your life. So for you, I have a special gift that you are going to love that I will give you at the end of the presentation. I just want to reference it now so you can be ready and aware when we get there. There are 4 domains in which we create results in our lives, and they are health and well-being, love and relationships, vocation, and time and money freedom. You are having results in each of these areas right now. Some results you may love, and other results not so much. Here's the good news. No matter what the results, no matter how big of a challenge you might feel like you're having, no matter how long an old result has been in place, you absolutely have the power to create the exact results you would love to have in your life. The results you're getting in these areas of life are a perfect reflection of your awareness in these areas. So, let's expand our awareness together by studying the pattern that creates our result. It's what I call the results formula. The formula begins like this. Thoughts cause feelings. Your thoughts cause your feelings, and you know this. When you think of joyful thoughts, you feel happy. When you think scary thoughts, your heart beats faster. Thoughts affect your physiology. By universal law, your feelings are expressed with your actions. When we feel confident, we feel energized, and we take different actions than we would if we feel down, frustrated, or sad, and we know that our actions contribute to our results. It's simply the law of cause and effect. Follow me here. Your thoughts cause your feelings cause your actions, and your actions cause your results. So, if you want to know what you've been thinking, look at your results because your results never lie. If we want to create new results in our life, then we pay attention to our thoughts. And that is something that we call notice what you're noticing. In the same way that you can notice that you can feel your feet on the floor and that you can notice how your pen feels in your hand right in this moment if you're taking notes, you can also notice how what you are thinking affects how you are feeling. So let's apply these concepts of the results formula and notice what you're noticing to your life. Grab your pen or pencil. We definitely can feel that pen or pencil now, and your journal or a piece of paper. I get to do much more in-depth version of this with my clients, but in the short time we have today, we are going to do a quick life assessment. I'm inviting you to notice your current results in each area of your life, and on a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled you are feeling about those results. 1 being not fulfilled at all, and 5 being completely fulfilled. Let's begin with your health and well-being. On a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled are you with your current results? Go ahead and write that down. Now let's consider the results in your love and relationships domain. On a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled are you with your current relationship? Now let's consider the results in your vocation domain. What is your creative expression, your career, or how you share your gifts in this world? And on a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled are you with your current vocational results? Finally, let's consider the results in your time and money freedom domain. On a scale of 1 to 5, how fulfilled are you with your current time and money freedom results? Now, let's take a moment and reflect on your life assessment here. As we considered each of the domains of your life and you looked at your current results, you gave yourself a rating on a scale of 1 to 5 for each area. What is it costing you for these results to remain the same? Pay attention to your thoughts and around those results. This is not a place for judgment or blame. Your responses are not good or bad or right or wrong. You are simply paying attention to and noticing what you would love more of or less of in your life. Whatever your results have been up until now, you have the power within you from this moment forward to create the results you love. And it all starts right here in your mind with your thoughts. Every one of us has a dream inside of us somewhere. This brings us now to the first key mastering your results, and it is also the number one secret of dream building. It is designing your dream. When you would love different results in your life, you plan for them. Just like you have a clear blueprint when you want to build a house, the same is true with your dream. Without a clearly defined blueprint, you cannot build your dream. Write this down. Clarity is power. When you become clear on what it is you really want in life, you begin to see opportunities and resources that you may otherwise have missed. Things seem to appear out of the blue. So, let's design the blueprint for your dream and let's make it crystal clear. Let me ask you, what would you love? Ask yourself, what would I love? Imagine you stepped into a time machine. What would you love your life to be like 3 years from now? 3 years from now, everything you wanted completely worked out. You have vibrant health, wonderful relationships with family and friends. You love your work and you have all the time, money, and other resources required. What does a life you love look like for you? On a fresh sheet of paper, please take about 30 seconds to capture the ideas that came to you about what you would love in your life. Start your notes with the statement, I am so happy and grateful now that. Congratulations! This is the first key to mastering your results. Take a deep breath. Knowing what it is that you would love and describing it is a first step in bringing those results to life. And this brings us to the second key for mastering your results, and that is deciding for your dream. Just like we experience results throughout our day, we also make decisions each moment of our day. In fact, it's been proven that highly successful people are willing to decide for what they would love, even in the absence of knowing how to bring it about. Some people want to know every step of the way before deciding. The key is that you make a firm decision for what you want before you will bring your dream into reality. That means you get to decide for new results. With your life assessment, you now recognize your current results, where you are right now, right? Okay. Then after journaling what would you love in your life, you now recognize your dreams, where you want to go. Great. What happens in the middle between the results you have now and the results you want? Any idea how you're going to bring that dream about? Exactly. We want to suspend the how. That is, we are going to refuse to let the unknown stop us from making a decision to move forward towards our dreams. Are you willing to decide to do whatever it takes to experience those results you love? Heck yes, raise your hand. Great. Congratulations. That's the second key for mastering your results. You've decided. That brings us to our third key to mastering your results in your life, and that is befriending your fear. What does that even mean? Making friends with fear? Yes, it means you can have fear, but you don't have to let fear have you. When we decide for a dream, like you all have done here today, there's a part of you that says, heck yeah, I'm doing this. And then there's another part of us that says, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. What if I fail? That is the voice of fear. It's the part of you that wants things to stay status quo. However, think about this. When we were babies, we all started out as non-walkers. As a non-walker, you saw people around you walking, and you wanted that level of freedom yourself. So you rose up, you locked your eyes on that toy or cookie that you wanted, and you gave it your best shot, trying to take some steps, and what happened? You fell down! But what did you do next? You rose up again and tried to take another step, and you fell down. When you were learning to walk, did you ever think to yourself, well, that's it. I guess I'm just not meant to be a walker? No, of course not. You rose up and kept going, and with each try, you took a few more steps and a few more until finally you became a walker. Something happens when we become adults. We stop giving ourselves permission to fall down. We learn to walk by falling down, though. The truth is, it is falling down and getting back up again that is actually the key to achieving your dreams. We befriend our fear and give ourselves the permission to fail enough to succeed. Great dream builders are willing to fail and rise again. And this is similar to that example of me using the clock, an alarm for leaving work. However, it was hosting a class where people could learn and grow and be themselves on the mats for their well-being that really got me to head out of the office. Oprah Winfrey was fired by television executives. She told she was not fit for TV. Now, she has her own multi-billion-dollar network. Another example of what could have happened and a failure before success. Great success stories also have experienced great failure. In fact, fear and failure are prerequisites for achieving great dreams. So how do we give power to the part of us that wants to move forward when we are hearing that voice that wants us to play small? There's a whole process to this that I take my clients through in the Dream Builder program. But for our purposes today, I'm going to give you one thing you can do. Refocus your mind on your dream and then take an action step. Just thinking about your vision, your dream, and even writing it down is not going to make it happen. Just poof, like magic. You have to do your part, even if that means doing it afraid. Are you willing to befriend your fear and take action anyway to live a life you love? Heck yes, raise your hand. Wonderful. Okay, as I promised you at the beginning of our time together, I have a gift for you, and then I'll close with a story that will wrap up this conversation today. But first, let's recap what we've covered. You learn the 3 keys to mastering your results, which are 3 of the 10 principles in the Dream Builder program that I'm certified to teach. The first key is designing your dream. Check. The second key is deciding for your dream. Check. And the third key is befriending your fear. Check. Above all, remember this: you are worthy of your dream and a life you love living, no matter what circumstances or conditions are in your life. Now, let me ask you this. Raise your hand if you feel like you've connected with these ideas and know that if you really implemented them, they would make a difference in your life. Yeah, they have in mine. Awesome. I'm going to close with a story, but first let me give you a gift. As I promised at the beginning of this presentation, I have a special gift for those of you who are ready to take action on your dream. Between my speaking and coaching schedule, I carve out some time each week for strategy sessions. A strategy session is a 30-minute phone or Skype conversation where we get clear on exactly where you are, what you would love to create, and the most important step you can take that will put you in the direction of your dream. Now, this one-on-one session is valued at $250. Some of you in this room know that you are ready to invest in achieving your dream. So for you, here's your next step. Some one-on-one time together with me over the phone where we can invest in you, your dream, and discover the path for how you can get there. I am offering you a strategy session completely complimentary at no charge. It's my gift to you. How many of you are serious about achieving your dream and would like to have a strategy session? Raise your hand. Shout it out. Heck yes. Okay, wonderful. Here's what we're going to do. I have reserved strategy sessions and you can sign up for them, which is a value of $250, on the link down below. There's a website. It'll take you to a calendar so you can sign up. And I'm posting that. Simply click the link and fill out the form, and then you can book your strategy session on my calendar. Now, there are limited spots and it's first come, first serve, so remember the power of taking action. If you are not one of the first few folks to sign up, and there's no more time slots left, fill out the form anyway, and if my schedule opens up, then I can give you a strategy session as well. Make sure to do that before the end of the presentation, if possible, this audio, because these sessions do fill up each week and they fill up fast. I look forward to supporting as many of you as I can with this complimentary session. So here's the story. It's a true story about William H. Murray. William H. Murray is known as one of the top 5 mountain climbers of all time. But he didn't start out that way. In fact, he almost let the opportunity for greatness slip him by. A man named Edmund Hillary was putting together a team to summit Mount Everest, something that had not yet ever been done. Hillary invited Murray to join the team, and Murray asked, how much is it going to cost? And since he thought it was too much, he declined the invitation. He did the same thing a few years later, letting the cost of the expedition stop him from going. When Hillary asked Murray a third time, Murray asked a different question. What's the deposit? Even though he had no idea where he'd get the rest of the money to finance the trip, he took action to get started, and the rest showed up out of the blue. Murray discovered a southern route that allowed the team to summit Mount Everest, and they made it. You have a Mount Everest level dream, and perhaps there's no clear path at this point, but that doesn't mean a path doesn't exist for you. It just means that you are still growing your awareness to be able to see the things you can do to generate the result you want. And I am honored to be able to support you in learning the keys to master those results. I'm going to close this workshop, this audio, with a very famous quote from Murray's book. He says, "Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, namely, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help that one would never otherwise have occurred. Whole stream of events issue from the decision raising one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance which no one could have dreamt would have come their way." He learned, I have a deep respect for one of Goethe's couplets. Whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. You have a splendid dream. You wrote it down. You can now feel it. You made a decision for it, and to achieve your dream, you get to decide for it again and again, no matter the circumstances, no matter the fear, no matter the failure. So for those of you who are willing to commit to your dream, for those of you who love support in achieving your dream, if you would love a coach to help you summit your Everest, fill out the form at the link below, and I'll see you there at your strategy session. Remember, as you walk through the doors, this audio closes into your life, back to the present moment where you're at, know that what inside you is far greater than any challenge you're facing. You have incredible power within you. This is your moment. Today is your day to take bold action because, as Goethe says, whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius. Power has magic in it. It has been a privilege and honor to have spent this time with you today. Thank you so much. I truly am grateful and appreciate you.